All right, Kamisha's back, and you would never guess it, at the top of the leaderboard. Had the best week in the league. What can I say? I'm so back. Kyle's not. But yeah, here's everyone's win-loss record. Yeah, I'm just going to get in. FanDuel has, or not FanDuel, ESPN has a bunch of cool features, so I'm going to look at a couple of them. But we are back. I beat Rob by like a half point. We're back. All right, yeah, so ESPN does this cool thing now that it gives the top scores of the week. This is pretty cool, but also a little bit tragic. Obviously, you'll hear me glazing Josh Allen a lot. He's my quarterback in all of my fantasy leagues, every single one of them, so love that. But I had Reed on my bench, the second highest fantasy score on my bench. It's also very cool that the two highest fantasy scores came from the same game, but whatever. So yeah, then you might have seen it under the last one, but the most valuable bench warmers, two of those are on this guy's team. J.K. Dobbins had himself a day on my bench, and so did Reed. But yeah, let's just get into the matchups. So yeah, I don't know why Fantasy is doing this little matchup recap thing that just takes up all of my screenshot, so that really fucking blows. But anyway, this is me and Kyle's matchup. I'm going to have the benches pulled up on my laptop so I can look at them. This was a fun matchup. Kyle was the second, or he was the highest scorer to not win this week, which really, really sucks for him. He scored 120. That's more than half the league, I think. I don't know. It was just an okay week for Maish. His running backs sucked. His Debo looked good. It was just okay. Kyami Fairbairn went off. He had 17. But yeah, I think my team just out-depthed him, and I didn't even start three of my highest scoring players. I had Justice Hill on my bench. He had 12. He would have been a great flex. He scored as much as Dave Montgomery. Jerome Ford had 12. Jerome Ford had 19. J.K. Dobbins had 23, and Jayden Reed had 33. I need to trade people. I need to get another wide receiver or a tight end, except the tight end position is so fucking shallow this year. I'll get into that a little later. Bad beat from Maish. His team's still fine. Josh Allen's a beast. Not much else to say about this matchup. All right, so now we got Pushan just sneaking away with a win here against Old Pops. Bad beat, 3-point loss. You never like to see it. It was Brandon Aubrey. You can't see it because he's off the screen. Brandon Aubrey, 21 points. I mean, that dude was just kicking the fuck out of the ball. McCosey was a two-horse race here. He's got Kirk on his bench as his quarterback. That's not going to do good. That's not going to fly. It's going to be bad. Another example of just nobody has a good tight end. The only good tight end was Isaiah Likely, and he was not on someone's team this year. I think McCosey might sneaky have RB1 and wide receiver 1 this year. I said it in one of my first videos. If Kupp's healthy, he's wide receiver 1 on the Rams. And now not only is he healthy, but now Puka's gone. So if I was going to be a 0-1 team, I would want to be McCosey. I would feel great if I was him. Pushan, I'd be a little worried about how bad ETN looked. I don't think Stroud. I mean, Stroud's going to be a fine fantasy quarterback, but I don't think he's going to have many days where he gets you more than 20. Because I mean, he's not going to throw for. If he throws for 303 touchdowns, then he'll get 25. Like, that's just not a lot of upside in my opinion. But yeah, good win by Pushan. A win's a win. Keep on cranking. I apologize for saying keep on cranking to Pushan. That was just got to read the room there. But yeah, my proclaimed matchup of the week did not end up very well. Rob was the second highest scorer, and he had less than half a point less than me. So Rob's team looked fantastic. He was my winner pick. So a little bit of validation. My team looks good. My winner pick looks good. We're so back. Everyone's back except the Washington Commanders. We suck dick. I like the Lad McConkey pickup. Another example of the tight ends were just ass this week. Hopefully that doesn't keep up. Because if Isaiah Likely is the only good tight end, then Thomas is going to have himself a day. I'll get to Thomas. Don't worry. Great team here. Gibbs is going to get so many touches. Mixon, I think, might be the pick of the draft. Brown, I don't think you're going to get that kind of numbers from Godwin every week. He just happened to be playing the worst secondary that has ever touched a football field. Shout out the Commanders. Emmanuel Forbes should die. Don't strike me, TikTok. Clay's team sucks. Marvin Harrison just got to settle in. Travis Kelce, this might be his only week where he doesn't get double digits. This team will be fine. Jaden Daniels is a beast for fantasy. I mean, he didn't look great, but he's going to rush for a touchdown a game, basically, and going to look good. I like both these teams. I would feel over the moon if I was Rob. I am speed yapping right now so I can go to Rudy's and play golf with Rag. 106 points gets you a win. Nothing else to say. I mean, a win's a win. The Ravens players, you got to assume they're going to do better, but they were awful. Flowers and Henry did not look good. You got lucky with a Henry touchdown. Brock Bowers was one of the only tight ends that got double figures this week, which is crazy to say. I mean, Hurts is going to do better. Derrick Henry, he can't do worse. I think Jefferson, that might kind of be his ceiling this year with Sam Darnold. I mean, Minnesota's not going to be able to play the Giants every week. But Brett just kind of got just not a good showing. CD, not good. They kind of just didn't have to play. Devonta Smith did look good, though. So, both these teams, I don't know. Don't really know. Good win, Ish. Brett, poor showing. Raheem Mostert's not the answer. I will happily trade you or anyone else for running back because right now it's looking like you're going to play Gus Edwards. Fun. I have 5 RB1s. Hit me up. I've done a good job of not using this entire video as propaganda for me to trade someone a running back, but I'm going to just keep poking and prodding. I have so many running backs. Someone take them. Hayden. Good win. Yeah, another great example of holy shit, people need running backs. Both these guys have a wide receiver in their flex. Hayden did leave Jordan Mason and Tony Pollard on the bench. In his defense, you could have never known about Jordan Mason because the Niners fucking kept that under lock and key. But yeah, Rag, no viable running backs on his bench. He's going to play Austin Eckler next week probably. That's just not. I don't know about these teams. I don't know. Because Mike Evans is not going to have a game quite that good every week, although he'll probably have like 20. But Baker's not going to put up 30 because he's not going to be playing the worst secondary in the league. And 2 more tight ends that probably will play better. Diggs is not going to catch 2 touchdowns. I don't know. I think Rag got weirdly lucky and unlucky with some of his players. Good win, Hayden. It's week 1. I still don't really know how to react to some of these teams. All right, I skipped over one matchup to get to this. Cal was the lowest scorer to win a game. He scored 14 points less than Maish, who lost. I wouldn't feel good if I was either of these teams. Mahomes will play better. James Conner looked about as good as he's going to look. Zach Moss actually played way better than I would have expected, so shout out. Should probably play Ramondre Stevenson, Cal. Jordan Addison with Sam Darnold, there's just not going to be enough fucking throws for Minnesota to look good. Drake London hopefully will pick it up, but maybe... I mean, Kirk Cousins looked like he had a torn fucking Achilles. He looked bad. But yeah, tough beat for Scott here. Puka's gone. That sucks. That's on you for starting the Washington defense, brother. We might be the worst unit in history. You deserve this loss just for that. At least you're still a Chiefs fan. Here we go, baby. Briggs was awful this week. 6-6-6-6. Sutton didn't even play a running back 1. And he doubled you up. Briggs is just a horrible showing. He took a video of his shot this morning. Respect. I think it was more unlucky more than his team was just absolute dog shit. But Brown looked like a true RB2. Andrews looked god-awful. You're going to get likely. But, man, this is tough. Good win, Sutton. The second McCaffrey comes back, you're a wagon. I ran out of time. I will show my week 1 prediction record at the beginning of my week 2 predictions. I will see you tomorrow.